You are live. People probably watching like this nigga talking.
Love the game, love the grind, love the grind, love the grind.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Love the Grind podcast. This is me, Will Walk. My co-host Antonio Hurt, Coach Hurt, and our special guest, Corey Moore, Corey Cornbread Moore. What's up, bro?
What's up, kid?
Man, we just excited to have you over here. Jared just hit us up and said that he out with the family and couldn't get in here to talk today, but he said he gonna try to chime in if he got 5-10 minutes. So we are sneaking in if we can.
I know
Um,
you're a family man.
Right.
yeah, he trying to get that last family time in before he hit back over them waters. So
I ain't,
got
I
to,
ain't, I ain't met two better husbands than him, so I get it.
yeah, you know, hey, you already know you got to go through the wife.
Fact.
You already know. But man, yeah, we excited to have you on here, get the chance to let our followers hear your story, man. And so we're gonna jump right into it with probably the number one question that you always get: cornbread. Where the name come from, man?
Right.
Reason I knew that was coming. Man, I got that name when I was a little kid. I was playing baseball, and I was real fast, and like I would always bunt to get on first base, and I would end up on third. And the dude used to say I was running like they killing cornbread. Remember the movie?
Yep.
From the
Yep.
movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the dude said that, and it just stuck with me. Man, I was probably about 10 years old, and it just stuck. And ever since then, nobody really calls me cornbread anymore. Everybody is short to bread now. But back
Yep.
then, that's how I got it, though, man. Playing baseball, would always do the bare minimum and then stretch that little single into a double or a triple and just kept on running.
Yeah, that's something probably a lot of people would never guess because I wouldn't have guessed that came from baseball.
Yeah, bro. Actually, bro, I played football, baseball, and basketball growing up. I was
Okay.
actually decent in all three. Uh, Football, I quit in the ninth grade. They got too big for me. I was playing and I took a hit and I gave that up. Baseball, I gave up when I was about 15. Probably was the worst mistake ever, though. I should have
Yeah.
kept ball, bro. But black in the hood, all we know is basketball.
Yeah.
Right.
We feel like that's the all the be all. So I call myself quitting football and baseball to play basketball, which it worked out because I did go to college for free.
Right.
So I'm not mad at it. But if I knew then what I knew now, I definitely would have stayed playing baseball.
Right. So that's a good one to go on to the next question. Let's go talk about growing up in Hammond and then when like back you figured out basketball was gonna be your niche.
Oh, man, it was just always in the hood, man. That's all we did. Went to the park, played outside all day, every day. Hammond ain't our hood ain't but about 10 streets long.
Right.
So we just all used to always meet up in the park, old heads, young heads. And of course, I was always tall, so I always got picked. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, you can't teach height.
Right.
Nope.
So I think it just was all old heads would always pick me, and I was out there and just started kind of playing it and kind of got a little serious with it and saw I could be okay with it. And I just ran with it. But it was just, basically in the hood, Of course, some of my buddies, Jamma and Teese and
Yeah.
Heron and Arlo,
Right.
Mike, his brother, Larry, I grew up with all those guys.
Right.
That's all we knew.
Yep. Playing basketball. I mean, everybody not in Midwest, you don't get a whole lot of kids that meet up and play baseball around here. That's a more East Coast thing to do. You know what I
Right.
mean? All them kids get up, play baseball. We all go hoop. That's what we do at the park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, bro, back when we were growing up, our baseball was the shit. Like
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we had crazy names like like I was on the Saints, and then we had a team called like the Ghosts, the Imps, the Angels, the L's. So it was like real hood, but it was real good baseball.
Right.
Like our shit was like none other, bro. Like baseball was all back in the day, bro. But like I say, the glitz and glamour, we didn't know no big time, what I'm saying, baseball players like we knew niggas who played basketball.
Right.
Right.
That was after that you kind of put that middle way and start bouncing that orange ball because that's all you see.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you mentioned a whole list of your friends already, but we can get right into Hammond High basketball. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right now or back then?
Back then, we ain't worried about right now.
Okay.
We
Uh,
worried about cornbread story, not
okay.
the Hammond High story.
Uh, Started varsity 2 years, junior and senior year. Class of '95. We actually went. My senior was actually really good. We was 18-5. We lost to Central in overtime in a sectional championship, and we gave the game away. We was actually up 2 points with 3 seconds to go, and we were shooting free throws.
Mm.
The guy missed the first free throw on our team. Then he missed the second one. So they would have had to go to the length of the court in 3 seconds. But one of the guys tried to get the rebound and went over the guy back.
Mm.
Foul Willie Puckett. I know everybody know
Yeah.
Puckett.
Yep.
Foul Puck. Puck went down and hit both free throws, sent it to overtime, and we lost in OT, bro.
Oh man.
Man,
Didn't go
that's
to
tough.
didn't go to school for 2 weeks after that. Sick, would have been probably our first time ever beating Central.
And then what? I don't mean to cut you off, Brad, but what a lot of people don't know, Hammond and Central been rivals since the schools came out of the ground. So
Yeah, but they used to, like I say, before Teese and Jama and all them, they kind of had our number.
right,
Yeah.
Then with Teese and Jama and Jack and them, the tables kind of turned, but we were right there because Jack was my point guard. So Keith Heron was a sophomore when I was a senior. He was
right,
my point guard, and that would have been our first time beating them. Of course, once Teese and Jama moved up, it was curtains after that. But
right.
yeah, we bro up 3 seconds left, shooting 2 free throws. Dude, you hit one, game over. You
Right.
hit both, game definitely over. He missed both, and one of our guys tried to get an offensive rebound at the other end of the court with 3 seconds left. Foul Puck. Puck calmly nailed those 2 free throws.
He
Lost,
said,
lost in OT, bro.
Yeah,
that,
that's tough.
I
That's tough
missed the
right there.
game.
That's tough. So let's talk about. So you talk about that game. How was recruiting, like your recruitment process during those 2 years?
Uh, all JUCOs. All JUCOs. At that time, didn't really have film, none of that. So like the social media, all JUCOs. And I got my JUCO scholarship. I went out to Western Wyoming. I got my scholarship for 2 years. Coach Black, which is a white guy, he's from Lake Central. He was the head coach at Lake Central. He called the coach at Western Wyoming and told him about me. And the guy called and offered me a scholarship off of Coach Black's word.
Right.
So the,
I
the
mean,
coach from Western Wyoming had never saw me. But
mm,
him and Coach Black went to Weber State together.
oh,
And
okay.
yeah, so which is another tie in to JAMA at the time.
Yeah.
So afterwards, but yeah, so Coach Black told him, and he called Hammond High, asked to speak to me. I went down. I remember it like yesterday. Went down, talked on the phone. He said, "Hey man, Western Wyoming coach, honest." He said, "I'm gonna be honest. It's not a lot of black people here." He said that. He said, "But if you want to come to school for free, playing a big time JUCO conference, I'm offering you a scholarship off of Coach Black word. He speaks so highly about you." And that was curtains, and that's how I got to my JUCO, bro. Off of Coach Black. He was the head coach at Lake Central when I was in high school.
Right.
Yeah, it's hard for kids to understand what life was like before social media and that free
Man.
advertisement that we all get right now. The how you carry yourself, how you play, relying on other coaches that you play against to get your name out there for you to get a scholarship used to be like almost a regular thing, you know? You needed
Yeah,
them connections.
they don't get it, man. I argue with kids all the time, man. Well, I don't know more. I used to. I understand now. They just don't get it, bro. They don't understand it. I'm not finna try to make them. I heard about 2 years ago. I heard somebody say Glenn Robinson Jr. was better than Glenn Robinson.
Hey.
Son was His son was better than the dad, bro. Once they said that, I knew I was talking to kids, bro.
Right. So you was out the loop. You was out the loop now, huh?
Bro, and he was adamant too.
Hey, they be like that. They be like that. Definitely do, man.
So
So,
I know they minds gunt, bro. So I just leave them. I leave them be.
So
all
so
right.
so did you play? You played the 2 years at the Western Wyoming, right?
And then I was getting recruited by some D1s, which was Butler, Louisiana Tech, and North Carolina A&T.
Okay.
I was gonna go to North Carolina A&T, but the assistant coach that was recruiting me at North Carolina A&T went to Lincoln University in Missouri.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He was recruiting me. I followed him there.
Okay.
So I was but that was a D2 though.
Yeah.
So that was I chose to go with him because he was all I knew. He was through my whole process. So when he got a head coaching job, he called me and said, "Hey, bro, I'm leaving here, but I'm going here. I'm starting anew." He was starting a whole new program, like ground up. So he got like 10 new guys. He
Right.
had
Right.
got rid of that whole regime that was
Right.
there.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, "Man, I really want you to come." And so then that's how I chose Lincoln over like Butler, North Carolina State, Louisiana Tech, which my dad, a little something, he was hot. He was hot because when Butler was recruiting me, it was the year that they almost upset Florida. Do you remember that? And
Mm-hmm.
like was that the Elite Eight or Sweet Final Four or something like that?
Yeah.
Butler. I would have been at Butler that year.
Oh yeah. I see why he was hot.
Yeah. But like I told him, if this like that coach was on me from day one. He was all like, you know how it is when the coach
Yeah.
lock in.
Yeah.
He's calling me, he's texting me, he's checking up on me, and then he tells me he's getting a head coaching job, and I know his vision from me talking to him for the last year. I was like, it was a no brainer, like you know
Right.
what I'm saying. So, but I don't regret it though. I'll tell you that I don't regret it at all.
Right. I mean, a lot of people put pressure on that D1 status, but I mean, the scholarship is a scholarship. The opportunity is an opportunity, man. I mean, I had my chances to go D1 too, and I definitely don't regret
Yeah,
not leaving Bethel after my sophomore year.
not today is either D1 or bust. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. Right.
Go to a D2, they laughing at you. We had, like I said, we had this conversation again. Purdue, Calumet, and Hammond. It's a nice D2, but since it's from where we're from, people laugh at it. But if you
Yep.
from
Right.
Texas and that school is recruiting you, it takes on a different feel.
Yep.
Right.
This because it's a big time campus. They got dorms, nice facilities, nice town. They got every sport but football. But since you're from here, people look at him like, man, I ain't going there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if it's somebody from somewhere, North Carolina, Texas, Arkansas, somewhere, they would come in there. They would probably love that campus.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody different though, and I like I said, I learned that a long time ago, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely been preaching to my kids that the opportunity is the opportunity wherever you get to go. A lot of kids out here still hoping they get the chance to get a scholarship, and
Man.
wherever you can get yours, that you should happily take it. You know what I mean?
You would think so, but you like I say, the minds are gunt now, bro.
Right, right. I mean, next thing you know, it's gonna be like if you ain't going right to the league, or if you ain't going overseas, or playing OTE or something. You know what I mean? Everybody wants the money now.
Yeah,
Right.
facts.
Yes, sir. So, Lincoln, um, leaving Lincoln after a career, I mean, college career, coming back home. Did you come straight back home?
No, I don't know what it's called now, but do you remember when you used to be on the team and you travel to play the D1s before the season start? Remember that? Like they would take a group of guys and they would go to different colleges and they would play them in their exhibition games.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I I I can't remember what that used to call, but I did that for 2 years. So I was actually on a team. Remember Ed Gray
Yeah, I remember him.
from Cal? I was actually
Yeah.
on a team with him and a few other big time names, and I did like a 20 team tour, which included like we played like Valpo, Northwestern, Nebraska, Anderson, IUPUI. All I was on the Northwest team, Northwest like Indiana team, and we
Right.
did travel all the Midwest. So I did that. I did that for 2 years, and then I tore my Achilles.
Mm.
And once I tore my Achilles, it was a wrap. It was time to get a regular job.
Right.
Right. Man, that's tough. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I
didn't
didn't
know
know that.
that. All right, so now you tore your Achilles. You go to work, regular job. You got to heal. So let's talk about the process of the healing, and then your transition from that and entering like going and play. You personally playing in the pro-ams and leagues in Chicago.
So I rehab, you know what I'm saying? Uh Rehab. Took about a year for me to get fully back to where like I really wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? So did a year extensive rehab. Luckily I had great insurance at the time.
Right.
Uh like I said, I had hurt myself on some. I wasn't on nobody's team or nobody who had big time insurance
Right.
for players or anything. So I hurt myself. And like I said, had surgery, was in a cast for about 4 weeks and a walking boot for another 3. And then, like I said, I did extensive rehab where I could literally walk straight and run again
Hmm.
without a limp. It took me about 8 months. And then after that, it was all strengthening to try to get that left leg, which was my power leg because I was right-handed,
Right.
Right.
get back up to speed with my right leg, and it was brutal. So after that, how I started playing program, I'm gonna give credit to Eric Cole. If y'all, I don't know if y'all know Eric Cole.
I don't think I know
No,
him.
I don't
Okay,
know it.
Cole is he's from our way. He's from the region.
Okay.
So he called me and the twins to go play in Chicago.
You talking about Tank and Toe?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They're all part of a big process of how I became who I came. I got to give credit to Tank and Toe. So we went over there with Eric Cole and we were playing in this league and we were playing against nothing but legends in Chicago, which is Sco Hayes. I know y'all heard of Mac Irvin.
Mm-hmm.
Mac
Mm-hmm.
Irvin. Uh, all the names are drawing a blank right now. But anyway, they were the best team in Chicago. So we were playing them in this league, and we were both 6-0, and we end up beating them. So when we beat them, they were big time money people. They
Yeah.
tracked us down, and they wanted to play us for 10,000.
Mm.
This is no lie. They wanted to play us for 10,000, but at this time, none of us had that type of money.
Right.
Right.
So we had to tuck our tail. So when we had to tuck our tail, that right there made me say, this will never happen to an Indiana guy again.
Right.
Nobody in Chicago will ever be able to come and challenge us, and we can't do it. So I end up going, that team that we beat, I end up going to Vegas with them to play for $20,000. They take me with them. So we go to Vegas, we win the money. So now I'm around big time guys in Chicago, all the who's in Chicago. So then I started playing in the Nike Pro-Am, and I took the twins with me. So we played in the Pro-Am. Do you remember Battlegrounds?
Yeah.
At the Nike Battlegrounds, we
Mm-hmm.
played it at. So I did nothing without Tank and Toe. So we started playing. So then as stuff kept going on, I kept getting older. I'm like, man, I ain't never want to be no worker. I want to be the boss.
Right.
Right.
So with the play of me taking toe, people kept taking notice, kept taking notice, kept taking notice. So I said, man, you know what? Next year, I'm going to get my own thing. So the next year come, I call the guy who's over pro-am, and he don't know who I am. So I call him, I asked him, can I, be part of the pro-am? He like, oh, man, we good. So I said, better fact, call Jabba. So he called Jabba. So when he called Jabba, Jabba was like, hell yeah, let dude get a team. He knows everybody from Indiana. He's going to have a brick.
Right.
But then dude called me back less than 5 minutes and told me I was good. So when we first started playing, now I got the twins. I got Kenny Lowe coming. I got Marcus Jefferson coming. I got Jermaine coming. So you know them killers.
Right.
Right.
So like the first to second year, then core started coming. So you already know how that happened.
Yeah.
So one year I make the championship.
Now hold on. Pause for a second, Brad, because I know what game you talking about, because y'all end up losing in like the last minute or so. But,
Right. At South Suburban. You talking
y'all
about
was
South
playing
Suburban?
against Steph Hanna and Bobby Simmons now.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead.
So if you remember, each one was there smooth.
Yeah.
He was at the top of the key with about 30 seconds to go, and he made a move and scored the bucket, but they called travel.
Mm-hmm.
They cheated us.
Yep.
So they cheated us out of that win. But ever since then, whenever something go on in Chicago, I'm going to get that call. So I don't care whatever's going on. Wilson, Shali, Nike, Shali, Wilson, any pro-am, I'm going to get that call. And like I said, of course, Core took it to the next level for me with how he was, how he was killing. And then guys like HB, Day. So I couldn't have did this without none of them. So even Gino came the last 2 years and turned it up to a different notch too. But of course, Will, you, and then Jared. And I call him Gerard, but Jared.
Right.
What's his name? What's the guy name from a crib went to Michigan State? The BJ. So with everybody just coming to play, it's like, okay, once I come, they know what I'm bringing.
Right.
Right.
It's only going to get better because, like you said, now we still got Nelly, we still got Keon, we still got Damian, Lil J. So it's just going to keep recycling itself. And so actually, I'm trying to get somebody else involved, which I think is going to be Joe, who trains those guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of let him take over because I'm kind of busy.
Yeah.
But I want somebody that I can trust with that situation. And I kind of had a brief conversation with Joe about him kind of starting to coach and helping out. That way, if I am going like with my daughter or whatever, I know my situation is in good hands. Because if League would have been done during the summer this year, I was always gone. But since August, there was no AAU and no school ball, I was able to do it.
Right.
That's kind of where I'm at now. I kind of want to relinquish some of those duties. But this all started because of Eric Cole. Eric Cole took me and the twins to Chicago to play in the best league that they was having at the time. And this was back in 2000.
Right.
Back at the beginning of 2000, 2001, 2002.
Right.
2022 now. But yeah, so I've been going over there for 20 years, bro.
And it's crazy. And I mean, a lot of people leading up to this was like, who's Corey Moore? Like, I don't know who Cornbread is. I was like, Cornbread the man to me. Like I said, the region liaison of Chicago basketball. That's what I know you as, bro. Everybody I know, you take us all over to Chicago, and we get into the top leagues over there, and that's how that's how I met you.
You can't tell the kids that though. They swear they could have went over there without me in the beginning. I try to tell them sometimes, man, I'm the reason you can go over there peaceful.
Man.
Right.
And then
Right.
the one thing they don't know, if you know what I'm saying, if you cool with somebody, you know what I'm saying, you get red carpet service when you go. Because you know, a person
Man.
like me, Cornbread, no, I text 20 times like, hey man, can I get in the door? And he like, man, you good. Like, all right, I'm just checking. I'm just checking. But
Yeah,
then
Yeah.
to piggyback off the Chicago thing, what a lot of people don't know, because they won there, that championship game you talking about, I don't know if Stefan is gonna see this or not, but you was kind of already in the dough, but that game like bust the door wide open because Cord, like Stefan was tearing the league up, killing everybody.
yeah,
I think in that game, Cord held him to like under 10 points. And that was a big deal. Like Cord came in that game like I gotta shut him down. And then it was one play where Cord got the ball baseline, and I think it was left hand buddy. I can't remember his name. Marcus
it,
something. He was
it
nice.
was when he dunked on him.
Yes,
That was Tom
yes, him. And
Marcus
then
Ellis.
yeah, people don't know before the game, the whole Chicago crowd in the like laughing. Who these dudes? We don't know them. Who? I'm like, all right, wait till the game start. And then it's been lit ever since then.
Yeah, bro. That was like I said, man. I just like I said, man. I ain't never been no follower, bro. So I was just like, man, I'm getting my excuse my language. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get my own shit.
Right.
Right.
I don't need to piggyback on nobody, bro. And like I said, I went to dude and he made a phone call and he called Jabba. You know, me and Jabba almost 20, 25 years in too. So
Right.
like I said, that, you know, Shaw League this year, Jabba was over that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, of course, next summer I'll be right there again. And like I said, but I'm gonna give some, like I let Twin coach this year, I also let Bo coach, you know, which I don't mind. Of course, me and you will, you know, we got some cooking for next summer.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah, so like I said, man, I'm just all for helping the region, bro. Like I
Right.
said,
Right.
that's where we from, bro. Like I just love being able to let those guys go over there and play against some of the best guys in the world, bro. Like they literally this summer, bro, they had 3 NBA players, bro, in the championship game. We had none. And
Right.
we
Right.
in the game into halftime, bro. They had three, bro. Like, and I get it. Smith was there, each one was there, but he wasn't in no shape to play. But
Right.
he
Right.
saw what it was, and he guaranteed me next summer. He said they ain't gonna be able to pick on us like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He was like, when he walked in, he was like, I ain't know they had NBA niggas playing. I'm like, yeah, bro, they not finna try to let no Indiana niggas win nothing that's in
Right.
Chicago.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I
So
mean, and that's one of the things I always love most about you, bro. It's been real, genuine, and selfless since I ever met you, bro. I mean, you do it all for the region. It ain't for self advancement or getting your own name out there. Even though we all stay plastered with cornbread gear, it's all about the region. Even the TBT team, it's named the region, and it's not Team Cornbread. It's the region.
yep.
Facts, bro. That's all, man. That's all I know, bro. I know how I got where I got. It was from the guys. It wasn't because of me, bro. It was because the guys trusted in me and, you know what I'm saying, wanted to do that because they knew me. They could have been, like I say, guys like Cord and all that, you, Gerard, y'all know other people, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like after they see you, you know what I'm saying, like even Cord, man, people will be on Cord, coattail, do this, do that. And I know for a fact he ain't budging. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I ain't never had to worry about they can offer him a meal and I'm only gonna give him 10,000. He's still gonna stay home. And that's just the loyalty, you know what I'm saying, just from being, but like I tell people, Cord and a few others, they're like family to me, bro. Like
Right.
they can get me out my bed at 3 in the morning.
Right.
And that's the difference between some of the relationships that I had. It's not just basketball. It's like, okay, you need me, here I come. Or you
Right.
need, okay, I'm about to do that. So it's a different situation. I look at most of these guys like family, like Horace. That's family to me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, so I get the basketball part, but I also understand like the family aspect of it, and that's big to me, bro.
Right. Another thing people don't know is who it go hand in hand, like with your name and then players like Cord. I remember when they 1 year in the Shy League, they took like a Chicago team and did like an All Star thing, and Cord was the only player from Indiana that made the billboard and the wall.
Right. So yeah, he was on the billboard next to Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right.
But he, bro, he took us to the next level. And if anybody say he didn't, they hate him.
yeah, because I ain't gonna forget. In the one of those Shy League games, he gave Jeremy and Gennaro Pargo a nice little 45 piece.
And bro, remember the 1 year they had the 4 pros. They had Jerome Randall, what's the dude on Golden State? Draymond Green,
Oh, yeah, okay, yep,
Andre Drummond.
yep.
It was
Will,
all them on
I think Will Bynum was on that team too.
Yep, and he gave them a cool 35, and we lost in overtime in the shot. But he didn't care, bro. He didn't care. He didn't care who you was, bro.
No, he still don't, man. I mean, he ain't as reckless as he used to be, but he's still the same Cord. He's still going at your throat.
Right. So we
Back.
talked about the Shy League. Let's talk about how the cornbread and Nike go together.
I'm trying to give me some juice. Oh, there we go. So how that happened was, when the people from Nike came calling, I was the only guy from Indiana that the pick 5 was going to be Nike, 5 was going to be Jordan. So when I picked, at the time, I picked Nike. So when everything was starting, everybody had their own name. You know, it was Cornbread, it was the Unit, Team Tie. Everybody had their whatever name it was. But my name was the most selling material. So like they used to tip, because I even tried to change my name to the region and they told me I couldn't. They were telling me, and this is just from what Nike used to tell me, they would say if they would print up 100 of my shirts, by the time they went to retail, it'd only be about 85 in the box because people would take them because of the name.
Right.
And I don't know about you, if you wear your shirt, if you wear that shirt out, where that shirt from, what is
I ain't hear nothing you just said. I ain't hear nothing you just said. Nah, my whole thing just froze. I don't know if it's mine. Go for it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep, I hear you now.
Okay. So, hear me last.
About his shirt.
Yep, you said, I don't know. You said you don't know if I wear something somewhere.
Oh, if you wear it out, and people see it, they're gonna ask you about it.
Right.
So
right.
like all the time, like all my family has the shirt. So like they be out of town and people be like, well, what's that? And this and that, and they tell them who it is. But anyway, when Shy League was going on, my shirt was the most like it's a strong name. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? We were Pro-Am was more street,
marketable.
so yeah. So that's how that. So and what people don't know is we actually had a 10-year deal with Pro-Am.
Oh wow!
We had a 10-year deal, but we stopped playing basketball in 5. So my deal, I still have another 2 years on my deal.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So that's how I'm still getting. That's how I still get the packages and still all the other cornbread stuff. That's because we had a 10-year deal, and I didn't do those people wrong. Good business is good business. And when they stopped playing the game, the dude was like, you know, we signed this, blah blah blah, and we're still gonna do what we said for you. So yeah, we signed a 10-year deal, but through all the BS and people stealing and all the crazy stuff, bro, they cut us short in 5, but I still was able to keep my stuff. So I still got 2 years left on the material and the gear and everything, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I got another question about Nike, but I'll wait till we go off air for that one. It's something. It's a, it's just something kind of pride. I mean, everybody don't need to know if you got pulled like that because then everybody gonna be running to you trying to get something.
Right.
I'm trying to
Gotcha.
set something up.
Okay.
I'm trying to set something up. But yeah, man, one consistent thing I keep hearing about throughout your story is like the relationships that you made that can get you to another level. You know what I mean? You got Eric Cole and the coach from Lake Central, and you know what I mean. You keep naming people who got you up to the next level. I think that's another thing that goes on deaf ears is how much relationships matter. Now, when you got these phones and people not as personable as they always been, those relationships don't always gel like they have in the past. I think kids miss out on that. How
Yeah.
important relationships are.
Yeah. Well, like you say, I can speak down on the TV. You know what I'm saying? I don't think no I can get on the four guys who started the TV speed dial. So it's just the relationships that you have in how you do business, bro. Good business
Right.
sells itself, and I always try to do good business, and I always try to do right by people because I know it can come back tenfold. But don't take one mistake or one bad situation or somebody calls somebody and your whole spiel to be done. Like your
Right.
whole what you can build something and a minute later from a bad situation, a bad review, a bad misconduct, anything, and that all can go away, bro. So I'm all about just keeping positive relationships with any and everybody, man. No big, no how small. It might be the, the dude who take the garbage out at the shy league. You just never know. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
I just that's
Right.
just kind of how I always been, bro. The relationships they take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
then, and me personally, like I know he ain't lying because you know what I'm saying. Even though I hoop, you know what I'm saying, I ain't on the same level as Will and Jared, but you know what I'm saying. You ain't never turned me away from coming to a shy league game, coming hooping in the
I'm
open
I'm
run, just
not,
doing
bro.
all
I'm not
man.
gonna turn. I'm not, man. I'm not gonna turn nobody away, bro. That's just me. I'm all for anybody. If you tell me you coming and you get to that door and you tell me they ain't letting you in, I'm gonna stop what I'm doing. I'm gonna get to that door so you can get in. I don't care
Yeah,
who it is, bro, because
he
I've
he he,
I've
Right.
done it.
he
Because
ain't
I don't know
lying.
if y'all remember. Remember at one point, Charlie, you couldn't even get in the door. You had to be there
Man.
you had to be there 2 or 3 hours early,
Mm-hmm.
or you was in a line that was back towards the police station while you know what I'm saying. So
Yep.
I
Yeah.
just I just always, man, home is home, bro. So when we out of town, because I call Chicago out of town, even though it's not, but when we out of town, I believe we stick together. In Northwest
Yep.
Yeah.
Indiana is all of us. So I don't care if it's EC, Monster, Chesterton, Michigan City, Griffith. Once we over them state lines, that's home. You know what I'm saying? We family. So that's how I treat it.
Yep.
Yeah. I know. Man, it's then we're gonna bring it to a close, bro. After 40 minutes, people stop paying attention anyway. You know, people ain't
Right.
got no attention span. But this ain't gonna be the last time you come on. Like you said, we got something that we cooking up right now for next summer. So we definitely gonna hit get an episode with that's gonna be dedicated to just that situation. We can go through everything they got to do with it. So we gonna
Yep.
see Cornbread again. He'll be back around, man. This has been a great episode.
Hey
It's
man,
been
Yep.
awesome to hear your story.
who got that 40 and over team, man? I'm in great shape, bro. Tommy,
Man, Tommy got a team. His team was supposed to play today, but I think he only had 4 people. Yep.
if somebody
But
need one, bro, I ain't gonna be there every week, but I'm in great shape.
so what about the 35 plus league out that way? I'm ready.
I gotta check into it, bro. I'll check into it. I ain't heard nothing back yet, but I'll check when I
Okay.
find out. You'll be the first to know. Will you be the
You
second?
know.
Twin to be the first.
Okay, that's cool. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But man, we appreciate you coming on, sitting down, chopping it up with us, man.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me, bro.
For sure, for sure.
All right,
All right, man.
Make sure you hit me, Will.
I got you. As soon as we get off here.
And I'm gonna try to work something out for you too, bud. That one's gonna be tough though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, listen, it's a process. It's a process. I'm in the beginning stages, so it's a process.
Yeah, but if anything I can do though, I'll definitely try though, bro.
Oh yeah, I already know.
It's just you in Arizona, and it's kind of tough for me. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Call me. You call me tomorrow afternoon.
I got you.
All
right, man. Again, appreciate you, Brad.
All right, fam.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man. So, Mr. Hurt. That was a good episode.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that one. That was a good one.
I knew that would be good.
I think the people gonna appreciate that story.
Right. I mean, because Brad, just a real one, man. I mean,
right.
219, born and bred, no pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
And he really put it on for the region. He really
right.
is. That's big bro. Like I said, he called me. I'm coming that way, whatever he needs, man.
Right, exactly.
That's most definitely. So I know we missed out on Jared being here. Jared and Brad got a good connection. Being involved with each other, playing over that way a whole lot. But it's always gonna be another time. Let me you got anything else to say before we get up out of here?
Oh no, I'm good. I think I said enough.
Well, this has been another episode of Love the Grind podcast. Y'all be easy. Let's go.
Appreciate y'all.